with his Naga play. He played it a lot in NEL, and a lot of people are just like, "Oh God, we have to play versus Naga," and it was
Just
almost
quit
audible.
the game.
Yeah. Then he kind of extended to some other heroes like Anti-Mage and TA.
Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Ember Spirit. But this is his favorite.
Yeah, he's probably happier than playing Razor, that's for sure. After the past few games, might be getting a bit sick of it. So, what do you think of the draft overall? They were not big fans of the Clockwork. The other big hero that was out there that other teams probably would have gone for is the Slardar. It is normally a support Tusk, but they opt to go for something that's a little more farm independent here.
I think that these teams should be valuing Slardar a bit more, but they haven't. So we will go on into and see if LGD can actually turn up the pressure and turn up the heat and see if they can limit the Naga Siren's farm. It is a tough task versus a Night Stalker, though. Their amount of time in the window that they can actually prevent like the Radiance and prevent her from taking control of the map is very, very little. They don't have that great of ways to split push lanes.
Yeah, C9 are amazing at shoving in the lanes. They have the Ion Shell, Scream, obviously Naga Riptide's great. Even Dazzle is a pretty good pushing support. So I think, like the analyst said, expect for a lot of early aggression. And here we go. Snowball in on to SVG off the bat. They do have the Rocket Barrage from Sylar, but Night Stalker very tanky. They're going to need a little bit more of that. He turns with the Void, and that will be enough to get him out safely. Still, LGD, they get into the enemy jungle. They dropped an Observer and a Sentry around this pole camp, really wanting to limit the early stacking and leveling from Cloud9. And meanwhile, Radiant team, they TP'd one hero mid, kind of took an unusual path swinging up the ramp, and did manage to get a Hell Ward here to scout out any kind of rotation. But we're not done yet, Ben. Might see a very early skirmish here in the river. Sylar MMY eyeing up MSS, who's got the Ion Shell going. Does he really want to fight against this, though? The Snowball's coming. They've got the Rocket Barrage, and MSS is going to give up an easy first blood for LGD.
Worth it, got Bounty Rune.
No, not an Alchemist.
It was a really nice snowball, though. He didn't snowball the Darkseer. He actually snowballed the target behind to get a double snowball in, so that was pretty good. But this is LGD's gameplay. They have to play aggressively early. They have to use a tough snowball, the Clockwork hook shot, to make sure they start off fights versus Cloud9 before Naga Siren hits level 11, before it gets the Radiance, and already maybe's under some pressure with this double lane in the mid.
We'll have a rare pause today. Haven't had too many of these, thank God, but gives us a moment here to review the laning setup. So it's going to be MSS offlane Darkseer. Just a quick one, it seems. Sylar will unpause, and here we go. Tough lane to get your experience, so that is...
the enemy forces into the maze between the walls. At the last moment, just before capture, he crossed over, then sealed the walls forever in an explosive release of dark energy. When the dust settled, he saw that he had saved his people, but found himself blinking at the sun of a different world with no way to return. Now he is committed to proving his worth as a military strategist and vows to show that he's the greatest tactician this strange new world has ever seen.
This sounds like an ROTK hero. Of course, not the guy playing at this game, but a great tactician. I mean, that's a kind of a sad story. He left his people behind.
Sacrifices one must make.
He's a noble warrior.
To take over new worlds.
I can't wait until the custom games gets to the point where you can have like actual like RPGs or like little, you know, more advanced side quest type things.
I just want like a normal Gem TD. Is that too much to ask for?
Gem TD?
Yeah, Gem TD was awesome. What? I'm a tower defense guy.
Sick of it?
They have pretty high replay value.
You enjoy repetitive things, though.
Sometimes. Well, I mean, like...
okay, so you play Path of Exile. That's disgusting already. You grind Hearthstone, which I admit has some replay value, but can be a very repetitive game.
I play Dota. That has a very high replay value.
Dota's a little more diverse.
Well, you know, I'm one of those guys, whenever I play an RPG, I just never follow along with the story. Like, story, I just...
You have like the auto scroller thing going where you're just like holding down enter the whole time.
Escape. So I like the
What went wrong with you? Did your parents drop you on the head?
I just like the gameplay.
You're like a robot.
Sometimes.
Merlini the machine.
Okay, so currently we are waiting for one person left to rejoin the game. 1437 has not yet connected, but all 9 people are in. They are spamming emotes and talking about can't die. Yeah. I don't know. This is really awkward in mid lane though, because I don't know whether or not like Ritsu had a right click on the Wind Ranger before, but he's actually behind the T1 tower, right clicking maybe.
Okay, might require a reload even.
I don't know, but that is. I mean, he's not gonna die.
He's not gonna
creeps there.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, oh, I see a free kill.
How much?
Someone's DC'd.
It's already 40 seconds in. When did the lag start happening? Was it like 10, 15
like 5 seconds ago?
Only 5?
I don't know. Okay. Something like that.
He hasn't taken any damage yet, though. If he was right-clicking him the whole time,
he right-clicked him once, but maybe was standing still for a few seconds. I don't know. Lags.
Well, Ritsu's a very mechanically skilled player. I'm sure he can recover from this slight setback. This is actually a pretty intense mid lane. Maybe versus Ritsu. What do you think their APMs are?
I don't know. With Naga, it has to be pretty darn high, but maybe is one of the best mids in Dota.
Who do you think's better? Pick one.
I would say maybe.
So if you were doing like a fantasy draft, how highly would you rate maybe?
Maybe's always maybe, dude.
After Sumail, of course.
They have different strengths. It depends on the matchup. Sumail always finds kills on his own though, so that's why he's like rated so highly. Like he finds kills that like no other mids would really go for.
He's like a space blaster. Like everywhere the guy goes, he just creates space. He's like basically building new universes of opportunity for.
Sounds like Darkseer.
Yes, exactly. I'm inspired by the Darkseer storyline. So yeah, we're still waiting here on Mr. Dazzle. T-Bin was not very verbose in his post-game interview. None of the players.
Well, you could tell, like when the camera cut to them after they won their game, and they just walked out. They looked very focused, like you didn't see any of them cheering. It's like, yeah, you know, sometimes
we did
that happens.
We
finished
like, not less than our group.
Okay, well, now we need to finish LGD, or our previous win has gone to waste.
It's such a huge difference. Like if you win that match, you're already guaranteed top 12. So the prize money's not that much better, but you have that like insurance policy. Avoid the BO1s. You know you can afford to lose a match and still move on, and you just feel good about yourselves.
Maybe some teams prefer to BO1s.
Tactically get knocked down to the lower bracket so that you can play the BO1s.
Well, you'd end up in the same place.
I mean, listening to the other guys on the panel last night, they like basically, oh, it's probably better for Fnatic that they're in the BO1s. Like they should be happy about this,
as opposed to
I think Cap got a little.
There's no other option. It's either you're in the best of one or you're all the way in the upper bracket. Why would you prefer to be in the BO1? If you're in the BO3 and you lose, you drop down to the second round of the.
I'm not defending the logic. Trust me.
Let's call out Cap.
Yeah, I blame capitalists. I think it's I think it's the hair. Like the hair is just it's warping his perception of reality a little bit.
He's been fighting magic so long.
Listen, as a guy who's a little bit follically challenged, come on, man. You've got an opportunity here to have good hair. What is this like rug that's glued onto your head? I don't approve. He's wasting his potential, Ben. We have received word that Cloud9 has done their bathroom break, so they should be coming back soon.
You're allowed a bathroom break mid-game?
Oh, I guess they didn't know how long the DC was going to last for.
He has reconnected.
All right.
Good news.
So who do you think's going to win? Do you believe in the Naga?
I don't know. It's tough. I think
you're normally like, yes.
Yeah,
this is the pick, or no, this is
I
terrible.
didn't like the clockwork pickup too much. I would have liked something else that can. They don't have a good high ground pushing line. How does LGD push high ground? Like solar crest on a gyro? I think they have the tools necessary to shut down the Naga's farm early, but I don't think they have the tools necessary to prevent her from getting a Manta.
Oh, that heal bomb! Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know if they can just seal the deal, and I don't know if Rochan's going to be enough to deal with the Naga later. So I will slightly lean towards Cloud9 because I don't believe in LGD's high ground.
Yeah, their best siege is the Wind Ranger, so a lot on maybe here to get big early. We don't see like a Beastmaster, you know, that strong pushing off laner. They're very gank focused.
They also don't have the right heroes to take down Roche very quickly. Wind Ranger is decent, but you know, without the help of a Slardar, it might open up for a Naga Song into a Roche fight that you don't really want to take.
And that's a trap that C9 have to be careful not to get.
Oh, SVG might be going for a chicken kill over here.
Oh, he does have the boots. That's too late.
He saw.
Yeah, maybe he's just gonna carefully retreat the courier. Did have to figure out a salve here though, so putting some early emphasis on harassing and controlling this lane. T-Bin's done a good job of keeping him back. The trade-off is MSS is just going to abandon the off lane, so this now will free up the supports for LGD. DDC playing the AA, going to get his fast level 6 if all goes well. MMY, he'll be the one to rotate. Looks like he wants to make a move on mid. There's no Radiant Vision yet. Now they're going to get eyes on him, but he's in position. Snowballing forward onto T-Bin. He catches up 1437. Beautiful trap. There's no grave yet. Doesn't have the mana for it anyway. Hasn't even bothered to take that second skill point, and that will be... I mean, it feels like the first blood, but the second kill of the game, as meanwhile bottom lane, RTK getting pressured a little bit.
Still, he tanked the gank for the Naga Siren, but it's not good that they had 2 heroes, 3 at some points in the mid lane, and still not really able to slow down Maybe's bottle at all.
Are you okay with MSS just abandoning the off lane this early?
I think so, yeah. I mean, they even dropped a ward on the high ground above the mid lane, expecting the supports to rotate because they would be free to do whatever they want.
Yeah, I guess the angle caught them a bit by surprise.
Yeah, it definitely did. Well, they saw him early on at the rune, or early on the high ground, but yeah, he came a little bit too quickly. That long range initiation. That's where you kind of want your Night Stalker to run around and scat out these ganks, but he's busy trying to deal with ROTK in the off lane.
So for now, looking at ROTK, level 4 is doing a good job of getting his experience. Is somewhat slowing down Brax here, slightly behind that Gyrocopter in terms of CS, but not significantly.
Looks like they don't want this off lane to go to waste though. They'll TP SVG up there. Yeah. And MSS is walking.
They might actually want to make a go. It's a level 2 Ion Shell now. They do have Surge available, but
he has phase boost.
Yeah.
You cannot make a go on. Maybe nighttime. Maybe nighttime.
It is coming soon. 20 seconds. MMY getting scouted out. Of course, probably has no idea the ward's here since he didn't get scouted last time he ganked. So that will be quite useful for C9. RTK still getting harassed quite a bit by Brax, but is getting his levels now. 4-minute rune spawning soon. And the teams want to contest, maybe. Only at level 1 Shackle. Not all that strong. 4 Cloud9 heroes in the neighborhood. This one is going to be a freebie.
Oh, they even see the Invis rune, and if they just give it to the Naga Siren, it's not that great of a rune to get. So looks like their game plan is to play passively, try and slow down the aggression from LGD because of their poor high ground and just get Ritsu off farm. One of the problems is they don't actually have that many heroes dedicated to stacking.
MY has been called out here. My god, this Night Stalker hurts. Has the Ion Shell working for him. Void coin down in 1 second time, but the Shackle will connect. He might be able to turn this one around. Gets up the shard, snowballs forward, and SVG has overextended. Beautifully baited by MMY. That's a veteran play right there.
You want to create space with the Night Stalker but not die, but it did look like he was going to get the kill. Nice movement from Maybe, of course.
Yeah, and MMY just baiting it to the absolute limit. Knew he could just barely tank a Void and get away. They are going to retreat 2 heroes back to base, so... It is nighttime now. RTK not yet level 6, so it doesn't have that easy counter gank potential.
It's just supports are getting good levels though. Like MMY got the first blood. He was involved in that other kill on the Dazzle. He was involved in the kill on the Night Stalker, and AA is able to just chain pull all day on top lane and is almost equal level to the Darkseer. So that's pretty scary. And Gyro, of course, is having the time of his life up here.
Yeah, Sylar's actually getting the one position farm. Meanwhile, mid lane, the heal bomb again works its magic on maybe. We can't be enjoying this too much. Well, we used to see even like the Shadow Demon as well to really set up for this, but top lane, DDC, squishy support, gonna get caught out a bit here, but Sylar arrives, looks to turn it, has level 6, gonna scope the call down. MSS tries to escape from it, first one will connect. Is he gonna turn? Where's he go? SBG's back in. He's gonna be able to bring down DDC. It looks like he may get away. The phase boot's cooling down. Not actually gonna happen. They even bait out the MMY rotation as he rolls in as the Tusk. So freeing up that middle lane a bit. It is a 1-for-1 in the end.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it for Cloud9. They're dying way too much on the Night Stalker and not getting enough intel during the nighttime. This is supposed to be the time that you want to scout out ganks, you want to scout out movements. If you see more heroes and commit than your team does, then you just back off, look for objectives on other sides of the map. But they're actually dying when they have good vision of what's going on around the map. But all is going okay in the world of Ritsu. The little Naga Siren dream world of getting a 12-minute radiance.
So what is like the key timing for LGD? When do you think, okay, no more letting Ritsu farm, let's go infest this jungle, take towers?
I would say it's
take the fights.
Even right now. Like right now, you're really not worried about Night Stalker because he's died a couple of times. He's still very underleveled, and even if he has Ion Shell on him, you can burst him down quite quickly. Maybe wait until 8, but you don't have to worry about darkness for a long time. He's not level 6. He can't cast his ultimate, and they are hunting him down. This Night Stalker's on the run.
This is quite a journey, my friend. The vampire's in deep, gets caught by the roll and punished. Maybe, no, actually DDC will collect the last hit. Meanwhile, top lane, eyes on Sylar, where MSS will be able to surge away. Have yet to see RTK leave this bottom lane, Ben. A lot of teams, when the clockwork hits 6, they'll like give the lane to a support. They'll go ganking, but
it's okay because he's against a queen. If he were versus someone else, it might not be okay, but he can mirror the Queen of Pain's movements. And if Queen of Pain's not using Sonic Wave, good. We'll crush the other three members of the map.
Yeah, it's continuing to get decent farm here with the Rocket. Does opt to max it out, not going for the early points in battery assault. This is, for a lot of players, unusual, but for RTK, almost always the ability favors. I know it's something Bulba's brought up that he doesn't particularly agree with, but RTK, he's set in his ways.
But you see, multiple people are in the jungle. SVG's trying to scout out the mid lane. They have 2 wards setting up, protecting Ritsu, and just worrying about that song.
Oh, MSS, the lane ward's gonna find him here, completely trapped out, and nowhere to run. Again, Momoya. He strikes once more. 2-0 and 3. They do rotate in, Brax, but he's gonna go down. He runs right into Sylar, takes the full rocket barrage. The hubris costs him. He thought he had the kill.
The good old invulnerable haste syndrome.
It's a recurring phenomenon, and not just with inexperienced players. You get that. It's most common on supports, but hey, Queen's pretty squishy when she runs on that rocket barrage level 4.
Yep, now it's daytime. Night Stalker is trying to catch up in experience level 4.5. Queen of Pain has died though in the rotation. That is devastating for them.
Yeah, RTK, he has left the bottom lane, but still lets to see that hook as they're now going to smoke. MMY joining up with the clockwork. They'd love to shut down this Naga now, at least get some wards up perhaps.
Such efficient movement though. Like maybe double stacking in his jungle. AA getting
converging. Ritsu caught out here. Shackle shot. Not actually going to connect, but he still ends up going down. Song of the Siren was available, but I guess he couldn't get it off there. May have died anyway.
Yeah, he couldn't got it off with the battery assault, but it would have been better for LGD had he casted it. So I think that's good. But
yeah,
look at his gold, 500 gold. Yikes! I don't know if he's gonna get his radiance at the desired time.
Yeah, he did stomp off for the Aquila, the Poor Man Shield, and the bottle, so he's gotten a couple of cost-effective items here, but it's not rushing that relic, and it's not farming particularly quickly.
And all his gold is unreliable gold, so every death is going to cost him heavily.
And they now have Ice Blast as well. This is another tool to hunt. They did not drop any wards, though, as of yet in the Radiant Jungle, but LGD leading 4,000 gold, 3,000 experience here as he's about to crest past that 10-minute mark. All seems well for now.
But most of their tools have just been you know, not really utilize that effectively. We had the 4 to 8 minute mark where Night Stalker died twice. That's kind of Night Stalker's greatest strength. We have the Queen of Pain ultimate actually not killing the gyrocopter, instead ending up on a death on the Queen of Pain. So this early game, you expect it to go slightly poorly for Cloud9 because they're pretty much playing 4v5, but not this poorly.
Yeah, and you know the next round of aggression is going to be coming soon. Sanjin Yasha being built here by Sylar. Already 2,000 gold up on Maybe.
What is Maybe going for? He might go for a Shadow Blade this game because it's really nice at catching out the Naga Siren, especially because the Night Stalker's in no position to get a gem.
And you know everyone's going to be starved because you're running a Naga, so buying sentries is a huge tax on the support.
It could still just be a normal Blink build, but it's nice to get some aggression going on. You need it from your mid laner.
Yeah, this is still another. It gives them another initiation tool. So now I've got the hook, the Blink Shackle, and the snowball to work with. Very good catch here, and they'll need it in order to take these
no
towers.
vision though. It's about to hit 12 minutes. They don't have any ward set up in the opponent's jungle. They don't have any control of their stacks, and it looks like they are about to change that right now.
Oh, they scouted. I don't think they were actually.
Sure.
Rocket's gonna fly in. Does reveal Ritsu. The trajectory suggests RTK might be down in the river. And he is going to kind of rotate himself back. 1437 holding the mid lane for now.
They know they don't want to kill 1437. If they use the smoke for him, it's just not worth it. So he's okay with just sitting out there. It looks like Brax,
he's not okay. Blink Shackle and Snowball uppercutted into the atmosphere. Queen of Pain down again. And LGD 9-1 the score now. They have been basically flawless on the ganks.
Still, Naga Siren with 1,200 gold more than last time we saw Ritsu. Unfortunately, in this game, Queen of Pain is going to be rendered very ineffective.
RTK wants to change that, though. He's up on the high ground. 1437 is behind him, has the Grave, the Illusion, doing a bit of scouting. LGD thinking about a jump in. They get off the rocket. Hook, looking for it. Already the song comes out, but RTK could still hook if he wants to interrupt. T-Bend isn't going to need it. The snowball comes forward. Ritsu backed up perhaps a bit too far. Now the Shackle, latching into 1437. They'll bring him down. They hang on to the hook.
Now their vision's in the wrong place. They have it in the mid lane, but LGD have been occupying Radiant jungle.
Yeah, 3 heroes are going to swing top, but these are scouted as Cloud9. Look to apply a little pressure elsewhere on the map.
Now they place the deep wards. This is getting increasingly difficult for Cloud9. Where are they going to find farm for Naga Siren?
Yeah, T-Ben mentioned it all, chat. I am not able to click the dire wards either, so not sure how he even managed to kill that sentry, but...
Oh, the error.
Yes, error indeed.
I was once playing this game versus Bounty Hunter in the super popular Bounty Hunter phase, and I dropped the Sentry Ward in mid, except he couldn't find it.
Mid lane, SVG. Oh, no, actually, they're at another way. More important kill onto Ritsu. Caught out by the Shard. Sylar arrives with the call down, and Ritsu goes down. Another death. The Naga just had 1,700 gold, still hanging on to it, but is not progressing at all towards that relic.
They just can't get any vision anywhere. Is FGV? Oh, he got the Void off.
Oh, maybe he might be in... Oh, is in trouble. Wanted to join up with his roving pack of gankers, but wasn't able to do so. That ward, giving vision as it will catch out MSS, and the gyro arrives again. Another Walrus Punch, another kill. MMY 5-0 and 4. This guy has yet to have a bad Tusk performance in any game I've watched. As mid lane, we'll see a bit of a dive here on DDC. Do they want to fully commit? Ice Blast chucked out. They will retreat. And SVG thinks about a move forward.
And Ritsu will get scouted out by this Observer Ward. They see 4 Nagas, so one of them has to be real. Still no cooldown on Song of the Siren, though. But that just gives you an overall feel of how scared C9 feel. It's nighttime, and they just do not really feel that safe to farm their own jungle up, and having to use the Song of the Siren even without any vision on.
And this is where things get expensive for the C9 supports. Dropping mass sentries all over their woods, yet to find a single observer, in fact. So I guess it doesn't matter that they can't click on them. This is going to be really tricky for the Naga, and I think Ritsu, since his team gets no D wards, he just says, screw it, I'm going to the dire jungle. My woods is off limits.
Is he going to be able to go over there, though?
It does feel like they're probably just going to send 5 heroes.
He has to try, though, because he just died in his own jungle. So he knows it's warded up. They just can't find the ward, or they're too poor to find the wards, in which case he has to go to a place where he knows they won't be warded. Unfortunately, they probably need someone there as the vanguard to kind of scout out for him, and Night Stalker will make sure that no one is trying to kill their precious Naga Siren.
Ritsu, not feeling so precious right now. It's going to be a slow Radiance at this rate, Ben. And how much does that worry you if you're Cloud9?
Very worrisome because
top lane Ice Blast, Snowball, all the ice in the world, and Frostbite is the result for Brax as he'll be knocked under. DDC barely alive, will end up slightly ticking down, but SVG will be the follow-up trade. 2 more grabs for LGD. They lose a core Queen of Pain. Ritsu is not there though, thank God for Cloud9, so he will build a farm.
it's still worrisome because the Queen of Pain is really under farmed. She's working on an Orchid, but 15 minutes in, she only has an Oblivion Staff. So we're looking at, if things go well, a 20-minute Orchid, and by that time they can just, you know, blink away on Wind Ranger, they can just snowball the Orchid target on the Tusk, and it's just not going to be that effective. And you really need your Queen of Pain to be able to transition into a 2 position so your Naga doesn't have to do everything by herself. And as it's shaping up, she might even like kill herself to the Clockwork Blade Mail at this point.
Yeah, definitely has to be careful about when she chooses to use the combo. And LGD, the one thing they haven't gotten so far is towers and big objectives, but that changes now as maybe takes down the mid tower with Focus Fire. This is going to free up that woods. Multiple entry points are now available for LGD. Looking to extend their advantage here, leading 14-3 at the 16-minute mark. Almost a kill per minute for them. Basically nothing for Cloud9. It is nighttime again, but
DDC, buy your hand to Midas before you die. Oh.
he should have time. Oh, actually, it's darkness, not regular nighttime currently. And he will skate away into the trees, it looks like.
Yeah, but they see him.
Spend your gold! Ice Blast! Oh, well, loses 100. Not the biggest deal.
Still, it's about to be daytime.
SVG got to get the hell away. The Shackle's there for maybe. Power shot to follow it up. And it looks like SVG may have go down. No, the grave. Snowball coming in. It rolls the other direction towards 1437 with the hooks there. RTK cancels it, and Brax is in the trees. TP on cooldown. They continue to chase. They'll get a second kill on the Dazzle. Brax will abandon ship. Naga, though, is farming. Ritsu, 3,500 gold. That relic is coming.
Yeah, I actually don't think they've taken down enough objectives. Just the T1 in the mid lane. They have severely hindered their farm, and it's pretty scary that they're ahead 7,500 gold with only 1 tower down.
Yeah, I mean, the Clockwork and the Tusk are dramatically, well, significantly out-farming a Darkseer. You don't see that very often. RTK is farming heroes. Now 8-0 and 4.
Still not that great of ways to deal with the split pushing illusions if it gets to that point. And with Ritsu closing in on a relic, that should come soon.
Yeah, it does feel like they need to get that next round of objectives, you know, get maybe the Hill Ward up towards the top lane, keep the Radiant jungle warded, try to take a Roshan, more importantly, maybe that tier 1 bottom.
But right now, they really have to do it. This is right before their Observer Wars expire. It's 2 minutes left on daytime without darkness cooled down yet, so they are looking to kill them in their own jungle. Slaughter them, place a new round of ward.
They see SVG. Blink is there, Shackle to follow it up, and now the Focus Fire comes through. Snowball rolling in hot and heavy, and SVG will pay another grab. LGD continue their rampage through the C9 ranks. But Ritsu continues to play keep away.
MNY has just been everywhere. He's almost godlike.
It's like not even a question that ROTK is not going to play the Tusk. You know, a lot of other teams say, yeah, I'll play Tusk. But
forced to blow the song on just a solo Ancient Apparition. Luckily, it's a level 11 Naga Siren.
That just shows you how dire the vision is right now for Cloud9. They only have the slightest little scrap in their own jungle. There's a jump on the mid lane. RTK trying to lock down Brax. The Shackle's there. Another grab!
The coordination from LGD was disgusting there. Nice cog push back from Clockwork. Without that, they do not land the Shackle in time before the blink.
This is just, if they lose this game, I don't know what to say after this opener. This is the dream start for LGD. What else can you ask for? Yeah. I think your silence speaks volumes. Maybe a strategy that they don't have to play 4-on-5. Ritsu accidentally killing his own relic.
Oh god. Oh, that would be terrible. Still, a few hundred gold away from the Radiance, and the stretch of nighttime is about to come soon. And LGD's aggression has led to 3 T1 towers taken down. Everything's going pretty well for them. Just, I mean, even if they do catch them in a pretty nice sleep into like a 3-man vacuum wall Sonic Wave, is that going to be enough with like the blade mail instantly popped by the clockwork, as well as, you know, potentially a gyro snowball save, even a mech coming out from that? Like, all of these things lead me to believe that they might not have enough damage to even contest LGD if it comes to a high ground push.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to see if Ritsu can really do like the ideal Naga split push game. Cut the lanes, drag the creeps away, try to abuse those boots of travel as much as possible.
They have no way to bypass the illusions though. No Shadow Blade, no, like, you know, charge to see her across the map. So she will have her way once she gets the Radiance, which is on the way right now.
They're starting to wrap around bottom lane. They are looking to extend the map control. They took that tier 1 down earlier, something we were discussing. And now looks like they are going to grab the tier 2 as well. The trade is just a little more time on the clock for Cloud9. Very tactical.
Oh, DDC scouted out by the Night Stalker.
Cerebral game. Do they want to dive him though? Well, yes they do. The TPs are coming. DDC fairly tanky, surviving for a while. Then the mech arrives. Ritsu's here. They do manage to get the first kill, but more backups coming in. Snowball is going to roll onto SVG, and Ritsu quickly tries to TP out. Looks like he will make it. The hook from RTK. It just barely hit a creep there. Bit too late and slightly off the mark, and Brax will manage to get away. That was almost the death of Ritsu as well.
Yeah, the clockwork was actually a pretty good pickup to kind of maybe catch the Naga Siren while she's song TPing. Sometimes people will like Earthshaker, Glimpse. These are the spells that you want in order to keep that Naga death train rolling.
It's only tickling for now, though. LGD, all very tanky. You look at their items. Every single hero is some form of plus HP.
Still no tools to push high ground, though. You need Aegis, you need probably a pipe, you need a Solar Crest. Like, these items aren't going to come before the 30-minute mark, it seems like.
And it is going to be Cloud9 going back to their, like, I would say their main style, where they go for very farm-heavy style of play. Like, they haven't done it initially, but now we see SVG going back for Midas. They already have the Naga with the Radiance. Seems like they want to play the ultra-long game. Pretty standard with Naga. Will they be able to execute, though? That has been an issue for them, a pretty big issue for them over the past 2 to 3 months.
They are gearing up for the long game. And let's see, Darkseer going for a 4-staff because of the clockwork. We see Nightstar going for the Midas. Honestly, I think they need a gem on the Naga Siren. It sounds like a bad idea because they're in the hole, 12,000, but once they get the gem on Naga Siren, LGD can't move around without being scouted out by their own Observer Wars, by the Night Stalker, and that's really what you want. You want LGD to have to bypass their first line of defense, which is vision with things that aren't the Naga Siren hero, illusions even from the Naga Siren, and then once they bypass that, they have to break through Naga Siren's Song of the Siren into the TP. But once they have wards, they can actually just like blink Shackle and just kill her. Maybe Grave will save her.
Yeah, Ritsu is starting to extend his tentacles around the map now, though, as he gets an illusion deep down the mid lane. Top lane also pushing.
Nagas don't have tentacles.
Come on, the hero's pretty disgusting. All disgusting heroes have tentacles, Ben. Didn't you know that? MSS getting caught out in the Radiant jungle, and yep, another sacrifice on the altar of Ritsu.
That's how it's shaping up. How many bodies will pile up, though?
This guy's he's amassing a big body count, but you know, Cloud9, they're willing to sacrifice here for their carry.
He's getting there.
He has not been dying. He could have died earlier top, but if RTK managed to hit that hook, but otherwise he's been playing very safe. Brax maybe not so much. Blinks at the trees. Doesn't have a teleport for 30 seconds. They're going to concede on it.
Oh,
there's the hook! ROTK!
I don't...
Just pure prediction there, it looks like. Now Braxo will turn and punish. He gets the DDC kill, maybe. Will retaliate and kind of. Meanwhile, in the Radiant jungle, Ritsu's ult is going to be forced out, gets donked by the rocket. So they want to engage on Silo. They know there's a lot of heroes top. At the same time, bottom RTK.
Nah, he is BKB.
Has rotated onto 1437.
You see the BKB, that's no.
He traps out T-Bin. T-Bin just wants that tower. More gold for my carry. He turns with the heal bomb as well. RTK now popping the blade mail in pursuit. Does he get the kill? Grave available to heal again. RTK! What is happening? He gets outplayed. He will end up going down. And then in the mid lane, It looks like there was even more action as MSS bites the dust.
Wow, that is
T-God.
That's a sad maneuver by ROTK. This Dazzle kills the tower in front of his face, and then he dies. He popped his blade mail a little late, which didn't reflect any of the damage, but that was a sight to behold.
He got a double heal bomb off. How often do you see that?
AA ult coming out. Are they actually going to scout Ritsu out with this?
Oh, they saw him. Maybe he's there in pursuit. Throws out the shackle. Not going to connect, but doesn't need it to. As he just lays into Ritsu. Whips the power shot, but still will gun him down. The rat has been exterminated for now. And
this reminds me of the old Cloud9.
It does, doesn't it? AUI 2000 just hiding in the trees, a Shadow Shaman for like a minute and a half, and then coming out to drop his wards. You know, Envy sneaking around as an anti-mage, trying to smoke into Roche solo as a Lycan. Ah, the good old days, Ben.
The gold lead has kind of been slowed down a little bit. I see it kind of slowing down. At least there's bumps, which means they're getting kills.
Rax is getting... Oh, that was close. Just the gyro right-click almost doing him in there.
I have no idea.
Ancients.
Yeah, LGD have been playing really well, though, at trying to determine where these annoying split pushers are. We've got to kill them.
I feel like this is just LGD's comfort zone. This is an RTK-led team. They want to play with the lead, play aggressive,
maybe
play offense, and maybe is just going to almost chunk down 1437 off the back. Drops the weave. He's going to try for the power shot. Does miss. Nice jukes there from T-Bin. RTK, I would say half the time he does hook for this, but he was really thinking about it. Sylar's there in front, but not going to go for it. He'll show some restraint. But they are grouping up mid-Ben, and it looks like they want to push.
A gem up on the Tusk. That's not good enough for
and Cloud9. Still no gem on Cloud9. And not wanting to risk the pickup, it seems.
I think you can even just like give it to the Naga Siren, let her split, and then drop the gem, and then you can move your illusions out and at least use one round for D wards. I think it's that important for them right now. Even though they don't have wards up in their jungle right now, you expect LGD to, and they can't keep up the pressure if they don't have any wards up in their jungle. And a DD. Okay, that's just what you're looking for.
Ah, how convenient for Mr. Maybe. Into the Roche pit he goes, and he will very easily secure this Aegis for the team. We'll see who they want to give it to. Looks like Sylar is pretty close to his next item.
I would say Gyro's already too farmed. Like, he has BKB, so he's very unlikely to die post-song.
You made it sound like he has like a medical condition. He's already too farmed. He can't use an Aegis.
First world problems.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, you saw how they had to use a solo song on him earlier, and now they're all just like running away, terrified of Sylar.
I'm pretty sure that's like all Cloud9's been doing for the last 15 minutes, is running away. It's what you got to do when you're playing a Naga game from behind, you know?
Let's buy as many 4-stats as we can to deal with the Tusk Snowball, even the Shackle Shot.
Oh my god.
Pretty important.
Just that panic song. There's not even any heroes that close, but maybe it's going to find one. Ritsu TP another bit too soon, and SVG will get caught, will go down as well. RTK, he's just going to hook MMY in the butt because, you know, why not?
I have a scepter. Let me use it.
Yeah, that's the RTK way. Flex your muscles at all time and yell as loudly as possible. Is he still yelling? I haven't heard him, Ben. We're too far away.
We have headphones on.
Yeah, I kind of want to like take one ear cup off just so I can properly hear the screams, the battle cry.
So Ritsu has also went a different build. I think actually the trend more now is Arcane Boots into Radiance.
Oh, Ritsu, not like this. Maybe finds him again and just chunks him down.
That was without vision too.
Nowhere safe. They're just, LGD have no fear. This is their jungle. They're going to run around and kill anybody who dares to poke their heads out, Ben.
This is a result of the Night Stalker's deaths in the early game, as well as the Queen of Pain haste maneuver. Because they're not scared of those heroes. Like, with the silence, they should.
He still has no vision. He's still running it.
Well, he has Aegis.
Yeah. But not going to phase him in the slightest that there could be 3 heroes waiting. They even dropped the weave. SVG desperately trying to do a bit of chip damage, and then like, oh shit, range is coming. Everybody run. Sylar, the only other hero even remotely in range. Ice Blast coming in.
Oh, this is really bad for Cloud9 because the Naga Siren is down, so all their lanes are pushed in. Well, not top lane, but the 2 lanes that matter.
Yeah, the lane's not pushing enough top to really pose a threat. Now they've got the MKB up on maybe. Let the high ground siege commence. Make double MKB.
And 1-5 up right now, and that is the Queen of Pain.
This might be a lane of Rax. This is going to be a tough hold here. Cloud9 do have the song cooling down soon, maybe. Well, like that plays it safe. But good luck killing these guys. RTK having a push. First hook not going to connect. A C9 smoke. Gonna be revealed here in SVG. They move in again. Tower will drop. Now Song's available.
They need a song.
They've got the combo. The back is one here. And that's the Aegis on Maeve.
Okay, well,
not gonna get the job.
That's 20 seconds left. They can't set up the song now. They have to wait for the
This is Elena Rex. And
Yeah.
it might be MS as well.
Maybe 10 seconds left until they can actually...
And the song, the hook's there. Finds Brax on the back. And the song has no follow-up. Song now down. They're going to turn on RTK, but he pops the blade now. Obi arrives. He starts aiming into MSN. He forces out the grave off the bat. Drives him back to the well. Sylar just chilling. And they snowball into the fountain. MMY is godlike. 0-8.
Drops the gem.
Not sure that was necessary, but well, he gets the kill anyway. And now maybe looking for more. The tackle again. Brax is going to take it. This is just out of control. The aggression from LGD. Can't stop and won't stop. They take the later Brax. They punch Cloud9 in the mouth. And now they rotate on the mid lane.
That was even with the A Ice Blast. I expected them to be a little bit further away, but he ended up missing it, and that could have been like 2 more kills for them. And another shackle.
Another hook as well. T-Bin also caught out. Ritsu's gonna go down, maybe. Just loses the Aegis. Another grab for RTK. There's 4 dead. They've been farmed in the well. They're being farmed where the Rex once stood. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere to go. Cloud9 getting massacred. SVG, he might die to the call out. He might die to the slot. He dodges it all. But what does it matter? The rocket, even in the end, tickles him, and Gem of True Sight gets pinged out.
If you buy out with
was the GG
if you
call.
buy out with Naga-san right now, you're pretty much conceding because there's no way that she's gonna be able to catch up and farm. But if you don't, you give up 2 racks. So this is, I think Cloud9 severely underestimated LGD's ability to take control of the map with the Tusk. This Tusk was so instrumental in everything.
One last fight, one last chance here for Cloud9. MSS whipping with the wall as the BKB is popped by Sylar. The back not doing anything either. MMY, the man being focused. They want to get some vengeance on Momoya, but they can't even manage to kill him off as he will strut away. 2 lanes of Rex down. Ice Blast coming in. They're literally being bottled up in their own well at this point. SVG gonna tank that one. It feels like Cloud9 went back to their, like, the game plan that they had in game 1 against New Young, where it's very passive, very farm oriented, got punished. LGD even more disciplined and organized then, and punished it way harder this time around.
Yeah, they were just really good about limiting any sort of threats that C9 had, to the point where they just went around fearless.
Would you like to see them go more for like the Razor type picks, like the heroes that can fight better early, or do you think this was just more execution?
That's not their trademark though, right?
Hook in from RTK, just swagging a bit here on T-Bin. He'll get silenced. They try to turn on him, but maybe he's got eyes on objectives here. Wants to close out this game 1. LGD trying to punch their ticket into the upper bracket. They still got to take 1 more game, even if they grab this one, but it certainly looks like.
Why are they vacuuming without the wall? They need to set up at least and try for this combo.
This is a bloodthirsty combo called out into a snowball, into an Ice Blast, the entire kitchen sink thrown as Brax runs in terror, even Rockets punishing them in the well. And that is finally the last straw. Now RTK, he's got 1 more up his sleeve. He'll get a hook as well. SVG also dead.
Cloud9 must have been
bloodiest massacre I have seen in a very long time.
They didn't even try to set up for the sleep vacuum in the wall. They were so far behind. That's the only way they come back into a fight. And LGD just giving them no quarter. The Tusk just decimated their front line. The Naga siren, they dropped wards everywhere, and that was just not a Naga game.
I'm really interested to see how Cloud9 evaluates this game. We'll get a lot of information out of the draft next time. Do they think it was just their execution? Do they feel like the MMY Tusk was too big of a problem? Was Naga just not the hero?
I think problem A, Tusk was way too strong. MMY destroyed them, and